Hello children, this is the second part of our video about invitation and replies. Just now we have done in the previous video formal invitation. Semi-formal invitation, as I told you, is also the part of formal invitation only. This invitation is actually sent to only one single person or a small group of person. Like when you invite someone to be the chief guest for some occasion, or when you invite different schools for participating in the events in your school. So these kind of invitation are written in the form of letter. Because when you give printed card and you write the name of the chief guest in that card, you cannot write the name of the chief guest without his or her consent. So asking for the consent, that whether he would be the chief guest or not, we need to send him an invitation letter with all the details. That is also a formal invitation, but in a letter form. This is typed or handwritten letter addressed to a single or group of people, either any VIP invited to preside over a social, cultural and educational function as a chief guest, or group of schools inviting their children to participate in events like fests, debate, exhibitions. So suppose you are inviting all the schools of East Delhi for a science fest. We need to write that we are inviting you for the science fest organized in our school, this date, this time, this venue. And the details are attached to it. In details, you write the number of participants, class, what kind of events are being organized. But you don't have to mention all these because you cannot make it 5 pages invitation. So only the cover page that you are inviting for this fest on this time, this venue, and the details are attached to it is written. In these invitations, the name of the addressee appears prominently. These invitations are formal and polite, pleasant and courteous. Actually, it is also a formal invitation, but I call it semi-formal for the convenience of my children. It is in the form of formal letters with sender's address, date, receiver's name and designation, then the content, which should be very precise, to the point, specific, and with word limit 50. And again, for this also marks will be 4, split in the same manner, format, content and expression. It should be precise and to the point. Word limit cannot be exceeded. Here I'll show you the sample of semi-formal invitation. You are Sachin Bansal, the head boy of Springdale's Public School, Gurgaon. Your school is holding an inter-school T20 Cricket Championship from 2nd October to 8th October 20XX. Write a formal invitation to Shri B.S. Bedi, the legendary cricketer, to inaugurate the championship on 2nd October at 10 a.m. at your school ground. So this is, you are telling him to come as a chief guest. Now when you give the printed card to the parents, B.S. Bedi's name has to be mentioned as chief guest. But without his consent, you cannot mention his name. So it can be Springdale's Public School, Gurgaon, 25th September, Shri B.S. Bedi, all his address, like sender's address, date, receiver's address. Then you write subject, inauguration of the cricket championship. You write, Sir, our school is holding an inter-school T20 cricket championship from 2nd October to 8th October. All the schools of the area are likely to participate. Your presence in our midst will act as a catalyst and inspire us. You are requested to inaugurate the championship on October 2nd, 20XX at 10 a.m. in our school ground. Kindly confirm your availability by 30th September. Yours faithfully, Sachin Bansal, head boy. And then you will, if he sends the consent, you will write his name in the card as a chief guest to inaugurate the function. just for decoration, this sender's address can also be in letterhead form. You must have seen when you go for different events to other schools, you get one letter from the school, letterhead. So Springdale's Public School, Gurgaon, then the www.lps.com, something like that, and then you can make the logo of the school here. So all these can be made to decorate. The sender's address can be written in letterhead form, or this is the format of semi-formal invitation with sender's name, address, receiver's name, address, date, and with precise and to the point matter. Then comes informal invitations. Usually informal invitations are not very common in our CBSE exam because it is in the form of informal letter. Informal invitations generally take the shape of form of personal letters. We use this to invite our friends, relatives, and dear ones with whom we have intimate, personal, and friendly relations. We can use informal tone for this invite. Main characteristics of this informal letter is the letter are the first, second person presentations. Obviously, when you write to your friend, you write in first person I. Personal feelings and emotions find an expression. The writer's address is given in the usual place. The salutation is usually dear so and so, the name. The date of writing is given, but the year is generally omitted. The style and tone are relaxed and informal. Different tense are used in the sense as the sense demands. The complimentary close is yours sincerely or yours lovingly. Its tone can be how we talk on phone. Word limit is same 50 and mark 4, split in the same way as formal invitation. Now let me again show you an example of informal invitation. Rohit has got success in CBSE PMT. He wants to celebrate his admission to Shivaji Medical College, Nagpur by throwing a party to his friends. Write an informal invitation giving details of venue, time and date. Do not exceed 50 words. How? Here you will write the sender's address, then date, then dear Varun. You will be glad to learn that I have secured 80th rank in the CPSC PMT competition. I have got admission in a prestigious institution, Shivaji College, Nagpur. I want to share a few happy moments of my life in the company of my old friends at a dinner in the hotel Kanishka at 9 p.m. on 23rd July. Please join the celebration and merrymaking. Yours sincerely, Rohit. See, when you're writing here, July, this date also has to be July. So, the date mentioned in the content should correlate with the date what you write up. Now, children, these 3 invitations we have done comes the reply. A reply to the invitation. The formal reply, usually again, the replies do not come in examination. It is not a very usual question, but it is in our syllabus, so we have to do. A formal reply is usually very short. It's brief and to the point. The quality of a good reply is that it must always be pleasant. Even while declining the invitation or expressing inability to attend, one must be polite and courteous. Formal replies demand a formal tone and treatment. There is no room for unnecessary details or superfluous matter in them. Either the reply can be of denial, refusal, or acceptance. In both the cases, there are certain characteristics of formal replies. Acknowledge the invitation, like thank you for being invited. Express thanks in third person. It's not I want to thank. Mr. and Mrs. ABC want to thank Mr. and Mrs. DEF. Mention acceptance that you have accepted. Specify the reason for refusal and regret. If you are accepting, it is good. If you are not accepting, specify the reason of refusal and regret your inability to attend. Be brief and specific. Be formal in tone and treatment. Do not exceed the word limit, usually 50. Again, I'll show you a sample invitation. Draft a formal reply accepting an invitation to be present on the occasion of the wedding of Anuksh, son of Mr. and Mrs. Shankar of 24 Green Park Road, Kanpur. You are Vikram Gaur of Raja Ki Mandi, Agra. Mr. and Mrs. Vikram Gaur thank Mr. and Mrs. Shankar for inviting them on the occasion of the wedding of their son Anuksh at 24 Green Park Road, Kanpur on 15th May 20XX and assure them that they will be present on the occasion to wish the newlywed a happy married life. Mr. and Mrs. Gaur will reach Kanpur by Agra Mail, which leaves Agra at 8 a.m. Vikram Gaur, 5th May. So this is very precise, to the point, written in third person. You do not have to write date, you do not have to write address, but obviously it should also be placed in a box. Same way, if you are denying here, you can till here it will be the same. The wedding of their son Anush Green Park, there's this, but regret their absence due to some prior engagement. They send their blessings to the newlywed couple and wish them a happy married life. So you will regret your inconvenience. Same way replies to invitations, which is informal, like informal letter, very personal touch, very personal tone you have given in inviting. Same way in replying also. An informal reply to private letter may, however, express personal feelings or desires in an intimate style and informal tone. Acknowledge the invitation in first person. Use second person for the sender of invitation. Mention acceptance or regret. Specify the reason in case of refusal. Use warm and simple language. Do not exceed the word limit, which is 50. Again, I'll show you the sample invitation, reply of informal invitation. You are Akash Varsha. You have been invited to attend the wedding of your friend's sister during summer vacation. Respond to the invitation, regretting your inability to attend it. So, writing the address, March. So, summer vacation you are invited. Dear Neha, thank you for your cordial invitation on the occasion of your sister's wedding. I, however, regret my inability to be with you on this happy occasion, as we shall be leaving for Shimla for summer holidays on 1st May 2020. Please excuse my absence. Do convey my regards and best wishes to the couple. Yours sincerely or lovingly. Again, Varsha or Akash. So, invitation is very easy, children. You can score 4 out of 4 very easily. Only certain points which you have to keep in mind are written in third person, placed in a box, precise, to the point, and how it is to be written. That's all for today. All the best.